Hey guys.
Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your commissioner here, joined by the reigning champ, Joel
Hey.
Gibson, and Mr. CJ Ross over here. We
What's up,
just enjoyed a delicious meal at Texas Day Brazil.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Oh, fuck you.
Felt like I should bring it out.
Excellent. So, as you guys know, we have been discussing platform changes. We're going to Fantrax over ESPN. Now, this was after my reconsideration I posted Wednesday. Boy, do I have a treat for all of you. Today, at work, and for the last 3 days, I have been continuously entering all the information from our ESPN league. Picks, keepers, all picks, all years.
Time well spent.
Time well spent. Draft picks for this year, getting everyone's keepers locked so nobody's going to have to do anything. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send the invitation to everybody to join the league, to join your team, to join the future of the NBA.
To try to take this fucking sucker from me.
Or we're not gonna try, Joel. It's gonna happen. You're not winning it again this year.
We'll see.
You're not going to.
Well, I'm trying to hit it. You want to keep trying to hit that? It might need refreshed, but all those need to be checked.
All right.
So, we're going to work on getting the request sent. Anyway, all the player values are updated. That's right. For the first time a month early, we're going to have these values. Now, I've been looking over the values that are generated by the site. They go off of our settings, and they asked if, to rate our competitiveness. Of course, I put a fucking 100 in there. Woo! So some of the values you'll find on players are a little bit higher than normal. We did this a little bit last year where we increased the bottom, and it definitely made things more competitive. I will caution you looking at this list, if you don't look at this list, and you can take this warning or you can tell me to shove it. If you're not looking at this list come draft day,
You're in some trouble.
Joel has seen the list as well. It is going to be ultra competitive this year. I can say that for sure. There's players that are overvalued. There are players that are undervalued. And like I said, all the base salaries are a little bit higher than what they have been. Other things about the site, you can now execute 3-way trades. All of the messages will be posted. Trades now take a full day. That was the shortest option they allowed. Trades will have to be posted for 24 hours before processing. So keep that in mind. It's site run. There's nothing I can do about it that I know of. Now, if I find out that I can go in as the commissioner and express trade, we can have that conversation at the time. This week I'm going to be working on redoing the rule book. We really don't need a rule book, though, because the convenient thing about this site is that it lists all the rules.
Nice.
There is a rule books page, and I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to see what's listed there, and then I'm going to fill in the spaces with amendments and things like that. So there will still be a handbook to an extent, but it's just going to be the amendments to the rules that we need to fit. Everything's the same, $1 free agent salary basis. So all of these players, once they're not drafted, like the bottom portion, once it goes to the waiver wire, they will be $1. So keep that in mind as another strategy. I get it. I'm trying to give everybody a fair advantage and explain the site fully, explain our rules, things like that. It's gonna be a good year. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to be on this new site. And like I said, you all will have access directly to your teams. Your keepers are on there. Salaries now tracked through the site.
Did you tell them about the payment?
The payment is going to be instilled next year. So this year is covered. All right, everybody needs to understand that. At the conclusion of the regular season is when I'll be collecting dues for next year. Now, it's going to be a minimum of $20 a team. I'm more than willing to talk about that number. 20 is basically enough to get first place $100, second place $40, third place will receive the remainder of $100 minus the Fantrax subscription. So whatever the cost is, third place will get the remainder. This year, I don't know if it's going to give me the price right away. Let me see.
While he's looking,
Got it. Fantrax subscription this year is $80. So, for example, this year, third place would have won $30. Or $20. $20. I can't even do math. 100 minus 80 is $20 to third place. So I apologize for that. Also, the nice thing about this is it's separated playoff and the consolation bracket on two separate pages. Just another little thing that people can look for at the end of the year. I fill out the bottom four. Only 8 teams qualify for that playoff bracket. Same tiebreaker rules as we used to have. Home team wins still. Each team has 9 away games and 9 home games. There is absolutely no argument for the fairness of the home field advantage. There's none.
Nope.
That rule is staying.
yeah.
Each team, like I said, 9 and 9. You'll play the division. You'll play each team in your division. Divisions are the same as they were. Everything was transferred over. You'll play the teams in your divisions twice. You will play teams from the other division at least once. In the middle of the season, you play each of them. And then the last 2 weeks are East versus West rivalries. Now, you might see this year that the last 2 weeks I've tried to replay some good rivalries, and I'm going to try to continue that with the last 2 weeks, and that's what I'm calling them, East versus West rivalries.
Nice.
Everything's inclusive, so there's a lot of things that I can now edit that I wasn't able to edit before. We have lost all our awards, though, unfortunately. They don't have fun ESPN awards. So if I did reactivate the ESPN League, so if anybody wants to go in and take a picture of their trophy case, I totally understand. I've already done it. Outside of that, I just want you guys to be able to get into the app, see what's going on, get your head on about these player values, and let me know if you have any questions, concerns, draft picks, anything like that. Trades I was kind of fooling around with a little bit today, getting familiar with them so I can answer questions about that. Outside of that, I mean, you saw a little bit earlier. Yeah. One thing I did want to mention is, again, there's no app for Fantrax. So what Fantrax actually recommends is that you add it to your home screen. When you're in the app, it's the little square button with the arrow up at the very bottom of your browser. If you're using Apple, all you gotta do is hit that in the bottom column, scroll the whole way, scroll until you see add to home screen, and it'll add to home screen.
Nice.
I remembered that all off the top of the dome. Look at that.
Nice.
Off
the top of the hizzle.
Off the top of the hizzle dizzle. Outside of that, rankings are the same. Scoring is the same.
Yeah.
I don't really know that there was much else until you guys actually get in there and are able to see what's going on.
Which we both recommend doing.
Doing immediately. We're giving you a full extra month. That's how thorough I want you guys to be. All right? Study, come up with a strategy, welcome to ultra competitive NBA.
Yeah. No
CJ?
business allowed.
CJ, anything from you, my friend?
Come to your fucking draft ready. I'm gonna have your hizzle
Schedules
for
are
shizzle.
schedules are also up and current. That's why I mentioned them earlier, so you guys can see, like I said, some of those rivalry games, and all the schedules are available. If you have any problems finding anything, just give me a call. I can walk you through it.
Yeah.
Let's beat
There you
Joel.
Yeah.
Fuck this motherfucker.
I'm drafting in the 8th round. Oh, last thing, and I apologize for this. The keeper draft is now a thing. And what I mean by that, and I've already contacted Eric and Doug, basically the website won't allow us to have that free space that ESPN did that allowed the person to select a keeper during that missed spot round. So what I've done is just made the draft a permanent 10-pick draft. And what I'm going to do is hold a separate keeper draft. Anybody that keeps less than 3 players, you know your spots in order. This year we only have Eric who picks first and Doug who will pick second. The deadline for the keeper draft, I want to do either like 1 or 2 weeks before the draft. Eric and Doug, I'm really open to this. I think you guys kind of know who you're going to pick anyway. But I do want you to have some time. So even if it's into September, I'm going to totally understand that. Hell, even like I said, a whole way up to a week prior, I'd probably be okay with it. So like I said, for the future, if you're not keeping 3 players, there will be a separate draft where you just simply have to tell the commissioner who you want for the value, and the commissioner will then add that player to your team pre-draft. That way everybody's just 1 through 10, exactly how we're set up. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I think,
I think you covered everything.
yep.
Well done, man. This is exciting times for us.
It was a lot of work to get everything in there. Those picks took me a long time, surprisingly. We did a lot of pick trading. Just so everyone knows. And the craziest part was when I got down to a few picks, and I'm sorry for the rambling at this point. Please shut it off if you're bored. Basically, when I was going through these picks, I had to figure out which team was best to trade which pick to make the picks like less, to make the actual amount of picks go down. Because if I did it smartly, I got it down to where I only had to do like, I think it was like some absurd 22 trades for 2019 alone. And I just feel like it could have been so much more. Anyway, I got paid to do it. Shout out to Friday and Cox. They're a fantastic free marketing personal injury firm. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You would hope your boss doesn't never see this shit.
Why? I mean, I think this is free marketing. We're talking about sports here. I don't think that was a bad thing.
The fact that you company time.
I mean, okay, fine, I did
He
it.
did it on his lunch.
I did it on my lunch. Of course I
Jesus, Why are you
did.
gonna throw him under the bus?
I mean, please, no one send this to my boss. I don't.
I think I have to. So, I don't know, man.
CJ just sucks.
I tell you what, if my boss or if somebody. If somebody other than the league is going through and watching these videos, then the first thing they think of is, I'm going to send it to the commissioner's boss. Good on him. Because that's not what I'm thinking about.
What a weird fucking conversation. So, Brandon, what about this video? Free advertising, dog. What up, dog?
It's clearly working. Somebody told you.
Exactly.
I mean, it proves itself, right?
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts on this. Thank you for those that stayed. This is
Yeah.
the champ. CJ over here also will be remotely participating. Congratulations to Neiman, new daddy in the league. Awesome news, my friend.
Wow, man.
Boy, I'm out of things to ramble about.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.